Good Tuesday afternoon, everyone. Fox 19 Now, First Alert Meteorologist Brad Maushart here in the Fox 19 Now First Alert Streaming Center here at noon. Hopefully you've been able to get out there and enjoy some of the sunshine early on. Things are heating up. It's going to be a hot day today. Compared to yesterday, we only topped out in the 70s in a lot of spots yesterday. We're back in the mid-80s today, but it's not just the heat. It's going to be the humidity. You're definitely going to feel it a lot more. It's not going to be the crisp air we saw outside yesterday. It's going to be a lot stickier outside. So we're going to feel a lot like summer out there. Weather number, we told you yesterday, the weather number is going to be 9. In this case, it is 9 o'clock. That's the weather number because the sun is now setting late. 9 p.m. sunsets now, tonight, through July the 20th. 47 of them in total, 47 nights where we have a sunset thanks to daylight saving time, or no thanks to daylight saving time. Nobody likes daylight saving time, especially the spring forward version. It's when you lose the hour of sleep. You gain it in later sunsets, I guess, so it works. Unless you're me, waking up way too early, having to go to bed early, and then you have blazing sunshine coming in through the window. 47 of them. Hopefully you get to get out there and enjoy it. Sun's not setting like it does in the winter when you're still at work, so that's always nice out there. That was the number. I have some more numbers written down, but I might save some of them for tomorrow. It's been a dry start to June. I've been telling you that June is typically our wettest month of the year. We haven't seen a drop of rain yet. Yet is the big all caps yet for that, because we will see some rain here, not tomorrow, but by the time we hit Thursday at least. Just about everybody going to see some rain out there. To this point in history, in the history of Cincinnati, we're just going to bore everybody to sleep here with some numbers, because that's what I like to do. We have not seen a start like this. You know, we're 3 days in. We haven't seen one lately, but we've seen 23 years in the entire record keeping of Cincinnati weather, going all the way back to the 1800s. Only 23 years where we haven't gotten rain the first 3 days of the month. It doesn't sound like much, but 23 years, that's pretty significant. That's a good percentage of all the years of record keeping. 21 years, only 21 years have made it to the 4th. Tomorrow, I think most of us are going to make it to dry day tomorrow as well. And only 10 have made it through the 5th. I don't think we're going to make it through the 5th. We have a good amount of rainfall coming in Thursday, but only 10 days in the history of Cincinnati weather, record keeping, have we seen dry weather through the 5th day of June. That's how wet this month typically is, only 10 years. The longest stretch of that time was in 1984. We made it 10 whole days into June without seeing rainfall. Some more quick facts here before we dive into the forecast, just because I'm trying to put you guys to sleep. Our driest June ever was 1944, where we only picked up 0.59 of an inch of rainfall, so just over a half inch. Last year, we got pretty close to that number. It was one of our driest Junes ever last year. But the wettest was, on the other hand, you know, the other side of things, 1880, going way back. Again, these records go back a long time, 9.86 inches of rainfall. So drier side, half an inch or so. Wetter side, almost 10 inches of rain. And we've had 3 recent years, 2011, 2019, and 2021, with over 8 inches of rain. So it's not out of the question. Even though we've seen a dry start, we could always catch up. Some fun numbers to put you to sleep here at the lunch hour on a Tuesday. Here's what's going to be the difference really today. One thing is going to be the temperatures. You're going to see the temperatures jumping back up into the 80s today. We haven't been there for a while. Our warmest temperature so far this year has been 84 degrees. We're going to get up to about 83, 84 today. We might even get above that because, quite honestly, it's already pretty warm out there. Might have blew it already with the forecast. We'll see. Either way, it's going to feel more like the mid-80s because the humidity, those dew points, are going to be on the rise today, too. Last several days, it's been bone dry outside. A really crisp air yesterday. Hopefully you got to get outside and enjoy that if you like that kind of thing, because I don't know how many more times we're going to see some dry air like that through the rest of this summer. You know, we're going to wait through the day today. It's already pretty sticky outside. We're seeing the dew points close to 60 in a lot of spots, and it's going to be on the verge of very humid by the time we hit Thursday and Friday. Again, that's going to be some rain fuel, some thunderstorm fuel. Look at this. Already up to 79 degrees. It's not going to take much to get us to 83. We might have to bump those highs up. We'll see what happens. 79 right now, 81 already in Batesville. Across the rest of the Ohio Valley, it's already 84 in Louisville. That would be our warmest temperature of the year so far, or at least a tie for it if it makes it up to the international airport. Compared to yesterday, which was chilly to start, we're running 5 to 10 degrees warmer just about everywhere. So the warm-up is on, but still a dry day. You're going to stay dry today. You're going to stay dry tomorrow for the most part. We'll talk about a little caveat to that coming up in just a second. But Thursday, Friday, soggy, sloppy, just a wet end of the week. Thanks to this big and slow-moving storm system here off to the west. You can see it already has one flash flood warning out there, maybe a couple of them. One's a flood warning, aerial flood warning, maybe the other one a flash flood warning. Got to learn the color tables here. But just northeast of Wichita, you can see a little bit of flooding happening there. This storm system, combining with an area of high pressure that's now slid off to the east, those winds combine, and they're acting kind of as a funnel. They're pulling that warmer, moisture-rich air from the coastal Atlantic areas, the Atlantic coast, all the way from the Gulf Coast. It's pushing up into the Ohio Valley, and that is what's going to make it sticky outside today. High pressure, though, keeps us dry. The little bit of haze you're seeing in the atmosphere today, that's some more wildfire smoke. We have more of that out there today, but overall shouldn't have really a big effect on our weather this afternoon. Maybe keep some of the clouds away, but that's about it. No comments just yet. That's always good. All right, so let me talk about the one caveat to tomorrow. Tomorrow, hold that thought as I bump back. Oh, where's it at? Let's see here. If I was the day 3 SPC outlook, where would I be? All right, so tomorrow we have no severe weather risk. Maybe I was looking for day 2. That's what I was looking for. For Wednesday, there it is. We do have a marginal risk in our northwesternmost communities. This does include northwestern Butler County, Dearborn, Franklin, Decatur, Fayette, Union counties, all those counties in southeast Indiana with the exception there of Ohio and Switzerland counties, all under a marginal risk. Now, I'm not super convinced we're going to see many storms rolling our way, but there's at least a chance late tomorrow night and really more so early Thursday morning that we could see a stronger storm or two dive in. Either way, I'm still thinking most of the rain holds off till Thursday anyway, but I do have us in for a slim storm chance late tomorrow night. But up until then, nice and dry. Today, no problems at all. If you're out in the outfield, take the sunscreen. You don't want to be as red as the seats out there. 80 degrees, the temperature for the first pitch. It's going to feel like summer. 7:10, and we're not getting out of the 70s by the time that game wraps up unless it goes into like the 20th inning. That's what it would take to get us out of the 70s. Nice if you've been the procrastinator, really pushing things off here the last couple of days. It was a great weekend. If you just wanted to enjoy the weekend and save the work for the work week and then you weren't feeling it yesterday, you have 2 days, maybe like a day and almost 2 days. Because like I said, we do have that chance late Wednesday. I think it's before, after sunset anyway. So 2 days to get the yard work in. Anything you need to do outside, the outdoor chores, get it done. Because Thursday the rain pushes in, and it's not going to be a complete washout, but there will be more rain, more on time than off time there Thursday and Friday, and then it's just going to be sloppy for the first half of the weekend, especially if you have to take out the riding mower. So just be prepared for that. Get the grass cut soon. Here's the smoke, the wildfire smoke. Most of it right now is off to the east, but you can see what happens Wednesday. Through the day, that smoke comes back. So a nice enhanced sunrise again tomorrow morning. Be on the lookout for that. What it's going to do, it really enhances the red. It pulls more of the red color out almost and scatters it. And it makes it kind of a vibrant red kind of dot because it really also, kind of, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for here. I've been up way too late. The coffee's been out since 6 o'clock. It really brings it into focus. It really hardens the edges of the sun. Now, don't stare at it for too long, but you'll be able to see that out there tomorrow morning with all that wildfire smoke, and then maybe by Wednesday night, maybe a little bit more too before that wind helps to whip it away, and some rain will help to wash that away too. A little closer to sunset tomorrow, that's when the clouds will start to drift back in, 8, 9, 10 o'clock. Just the slimmest of chances for a strong storm in our northwesternmost communities. That's going to be late tomorrow into early Thursday. Again, not super sold on that, but the Storm Prediction Center has put that area out, so since I've said I'm not sold on it, it will certainly happen. Thursday, rain on and off through the day. Friday, on and off through the day. And that rain is just going to hang. Like I said, it's a slow-moving system. It is just going to crawl through the area. It's still with us early Saturday morning. That might be when the rain will be at its most intense. And since it'll have rained the last 2 days before that, watch out for some localized flooding if you have to head out early Saturday. That rain should clear out by Saturday afternoon. By the time the rain is finally wrapped up for the weekend, look at this. Some spots, almost 2 inches of rainfall out there. So it's going to be soggy this weekend. Just be prepared for that. I'm telling you, get the yard work done because you do not want to try to mow the lawn early next week sometime with a break in the rain, and then we're dealing with, soggy ground. It's just going to happen. So just be prepared for that. Temperatures. Here's a good one. We've been talking about these temperatures being above normal or close to normal for the last week and a half or so. That's close to normal. Normal now is 80 degrees. It's our first day of the year with an 80-degree normal high temperature. We're above it today and tomorrow. We are close to it for the rest of this 7-day forecast. Now look what happens. Let me go ahead and stop this, and we'll pull up the new climate prediction map if it wants to load. They have now taken us away from the normal range and put us in the below normal blob. So that would be, the 11th to the 17th, the middle half of this month. And what that kind of tells me, without having looked at anything else, is that it's probably going to be pretty soggy there through the middle of the month. They're anticipating quite a bit of rainfall. We told you, June is our wettest month of the year, over 4, almost 5 inches of rainfall typically. Sometimes as much as 8 or 9 inches of rainfall in the month of June on a really bad year. So we'll see what happens, but they're looking at, the heart of the month here. Quite a bit of rainfall to get those below normal temperatures in there. Let's take a look at the 7-day forecast, and I'm going to open it up to questions, comments, complaints, or suggestions. Probably complaints, because that usually is what happens. And let's see what we got here. Reds, again, last game of this year. So they play tonight, and then the last game with Milwaukee is Wednesday night, breezy. That'll help to cut through some of that heat and humidity with just that slimmest of chances late. I think most of that's early Thursday morning. Thursday, Friday, it's more on than off. Scattered storms out there both days, some heavy rainfall totals by the time it's all said and done, but that rain pushes out early Saturday. And then it's going to be more off than on into the weekend. We'll catch some breaks. Not a completely dry weekend. It's not going to be nearly as nice as the last weekend we just saw and the one before that. But still a lot of dry time and a little bit of sun on Sunday there. We will see a chance for some rain pushing back in before sunset on Sunday, so just be prepared for that. I'm not saying cancel any plans or anything. Even with Thursday and Friday plans, there will be some dry time, but not a lot of it. Monday, another system rolls on through, and by the time it's all said and done, some areas will have picked up 2 inches of rainfall. So, what do we got? Of course, a lot of unrelated, not weather things. We have, let's see what's going on. To me, it feels like a Monday, but that's only because, Catherine is out. As you probably have noticed if you've been watching out there the last couple weeks. Last week and this week, Catherine is on vacation. She will be back next week. You can stop putting up with me on the morning show beginning early next week. I will be as happy as you will be for that. You will not have to, you'll still have to deal with me at noon. I'll still be doing this, but anyway. So Catherine will be back next week. She's having a great time. And it does, for me, it feels like a Monday because when I have to do all the mornings and this midday show, I'm here for about 12 hours. So. And the coffee, like I told you, it ran out 6 hours ago. I might just bring a whole jug of it because I'll be working the morning again on Friday. But at least Friday helps with that. It gives you a little extra boost because you're heading towards the weekend. So with that said, yes, it does feel kind of like a Monday, but not a terrible Tuesday. It's just warmer outside. It feels like summer out there. This is what we've been kind of waiting on, I think, for a long time here. So with these below normal temperatures we've seen almost the last 2 weeks pretty consistently. That was what I was looking for. The last couple of weeks, consistent below normal temperatures has you kind of feeling craving the summer. And tomorrow I think we'll talk about some 90s because we haven't seen any yet this year. It's not uncommon to not have seen it yet. We'll talk about some of that. I'll give you one number. Last year we saw 37 days of 90-degree plus heat. It wasn't the most or anything, but that was that was just one of the numbers I had written down here. Is that last year we had 37 90-degree plus days, and we have 200 some odd days to go through the year. So we got plenty of time to catch up in the 90s department. So we'll talk some 90s tomorrow because we're just getting back to the 80s. Why rush things? Let me think. What else do I have written down here? Driest, wettest. How many days? So yeah, 17 days till summer. We're getting close. It's going to feel like summer outside today. So hopefully you guys can get out there and enjoy some summer-like warmth if you like that. With that said, do throw the sunscreen on. I'll just pull this graphic out. Hopefully you can read the numbers. I know it might be a small screen. Here, let me just switch and make it bigger. Woo, take me away. All right, so this time of the year, being the first day of summer, of course, summer, and the season is all based on the sun angle where it is, the tilt of the earth, all that fun stuff going back to class. With that, June, being the summer solstice, means that it's going to be at its highest point here in the northern hemisphere, that sun angle, which is not directly overhead, but it's pretty high, 74.3 degrees on the 20th. That is the summer solstice, so 17 days away. It'll be 74.3 degrees. Just note, that means that the UV index is generally going to be a little higher this time of the year. It's how much UV radiation is getting in, and with a high angle like that, you can bet you will burn fast. You'll be looking like me there on the left of the screen, and the color of the red seats out there, the stadium joke I made earlier that probably nobody got. So again, be prepared for that. We are going to have a lot of sunshine today. Don't think that smoke, the wildfire smoke, or any of those clouds aloft are going to stop that UV radiation. It will get right through. Put on the sunscreen, reapply. With that, today's UV index is a solid 7. 7 being high. It's not very high, it is just high, and that means you can get burnt within about 20 to 25 minutes, which is less time rather than you're probably going to be outside if you're trying to get some yard work done. So if you're out there for more than half an hour planning on it, just be aware. Burn time ramps up. Peak time about 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock this afternoon. So about 45 minutes away is when we're going to start to see that UV index of 7 before that sun angle goes down just a bit. Be prepared for that. Again, be prepared for the rain. Let me show you a high resolution model here. Let me pop back on screen so you don't think my AI avatar has taken over. Maybe in the history that'll happen so I don't have to sit here and work the morning. Maybe Catherine's AI avatar can take over. We're not close to that yet, I don't think, here. We're going to wait through the day Wednesday. Again, some clouds pushed back in. You can see where high pressure is just trying to hold on there. It's keeping the cloud cover at bay, even through 2 o'clock Wednesday. Fast forwarding a little bit there through Wednesday night. Here is that slim severe weather chance. Again, I'm not sold on this for late Wednesday. We could certainly see some rumbles of thunder early Thursday morning, but not late Wednesday. I know that kind of throws people sometimes. When we talk about the Storm Prediction Center severe weather outlook, it's not specifically for that day. It doesn't end at midnight. It carries on into the early morning hours. So with that said, you could see some stronger storms out there early Thursday, but again, it's a very slim threat. I'm not super sold on that. The biggest thing is just going to be the rain, and there will be a bunch of it. Like I told you the other day, let's see what's changed here. Scrolling through. Give me a second. This is just one of the 2 models. This is the more conservative one, typically. This is the European model, and that's what it has for rainfall totals through Tuesday. If I back it up, let's see, just through Saturday morning when we dry back out from the first round, most spots are, going to be looking at almost an inch of rainfall over a 2.5, 3 day period, right? That's one model. Let me see if I have the other one handy. This is the other one. And you can see it is just as consistent with some heavier rainfall totals, maybe even a little heavier than the other one I just showed you. So around 2 inches of rainfall, not out of the question. Some heavier amounts generally been outside of the area, but that's something we'll keep an eye on. Not expecting any widespread flooding, but some localized flooding, not out of the question when you start talking an inch or 2 of rain in a couple days. So just be prepared for that, especially if you have some training downpours that push on through. And then Fireworks Friday, that's another question that'll probably pop up here before the end of the week. Reds just can't catch a break when it comes to Fireworks Fridays. We had the severe weather episode in mid-May. We've had some other Fireworks Fridays issued. Now, last Friday was it was a real treat out there. We had the drone show fireworks, no problems. This one, we'll see. I do think it's going to be more on than off. It's not to say we can't catch a break out there, but we'll see what happens towards the end of the week. But right now, scattered storms are in the forecast for that. The rest of the series, and it is the Diamondbacks of Arizona. They're in town Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for that 3-game series. We'll keep a close eye on that. We'll see if we have any questions, comments, complaints, suggestions. We don't. All right, so that's fantastic. That's what I like to see because 2 things. I'm tired and I'm hungry, and it's time for a nap. I'm going to be doing a midday show, like kind of my normal shift tomorrow, 10, 11, 3, and 4 with this. Same thing for Thursday. Back to mornings on Friday. You're stuck with me one more day. Erin is back tomorrow morning. She'll be here. Filling in again for Catherine, who has just a few more days of vacation. Those days are fleeting, Catherine. End on Saturday morning. So, Still a little uncertain on the exact timing, but generally it's going to be, the first half of the day there's a chance for rain Saturday. There's Friday, scoop it ahead. The question was, when is the rain expected to end Saturday morning from Linda here? So early Saturday, especially east of town, this is 5 o'clock in the morning. Still a good chunk of rain hanging around. But the later we get in the morning and into the afternoon, we should be drier. And again, this model tends in those lighter green shades to kind of overdo things. We're probably dry by 9 to 10 o'clock based on this. It's not to say we can't see some more rain lingering around. Sometimes it does. Sometimes we have some drizzle on the backside of these systems, but there's not a big cool down behind this, so I'm not thinking we're going to see that much dreary, drizzly kind of weather on the backside of this. So that's good news for Saturday. Sunday looks like a nice dry start, but the later we get in the day, and especially late Sunday night, that is when rain chances will start to ramp up. So around or just after sunset maybe on Sunday. That's a change from yesterday's forecast. I didn't have any rain in there yesterday, but that's kind of adjusted itself a little bit and moved that Monday system up just a bit. So I put a slim chance for some showers there Sunday night. I think by the time that rolls around, most people's outdoor plans are wrapped up. Yeah, so the further north you go, because this is going to be dropping in from the northwest to the southeast, the further north you are generally on Saturday, the earlier you're going to dry out. Down south we could have some lingering issues, but so hopefully that answers that question. Nothing else over there? All right, fantastic. I'm going to wrap it up over there. I'm going to wrap it up back there soon, or else I'm going to forget. I'm going to throw the 7-day up one more time for you. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow at noon. I will have much more sleep, and coffee will not be a problem tomorrow. I will not run out. So here's the full 7-day forecast. Hopefully you get out there and enjoy some sunshine today. About 83 degrees. We could certainly get warmer than that with how it's been going today. I might have undershot that low just a little bit. But right now, again, partly cloudy skies today, some wildfire smoke aloft that's not going to cause any problems. And the breeze kicks up tomorrow, 25-mile-an-hour gusts. Storms arrive Thursday early, and that's going to be more on than off. Thursday, Friday, early Saturday. That rain exits Saturday. Your weekend plans do look good. It will not be as nice as last weekend, but it will be warmer. Overnight lows in the 60s Saturday and Sunday morning instead of those 40s, so a lot warmer out there. So pool, I think it might be in the forecast for some of you. Rain returns, though, late Sunday into Monday, everybody. Enjoy the sunshine where you can get it. I know it's been a dry start, but June starting to look more like June this week. Have a nice day.